ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Chase for the race, race for the chase. It's day 2 of the Lucky Dog Racing League podium at the Ridge Motorsports Park. Here, 72 racing teams and over 200 drivers have arisen from a long winter hibernation to gather for a high-octane festival of motorsports featuring 2 7-hour endurance road races. The popular racing facility is located in Shelton, Washington, 68 miles southwest of Seattle.
Pretty exciting, you know, just a good collection of teamwork, friends, and good endurance racing.
It's going to be a great day. Beautiful weather.
It was a great day yesterday. I want to thank you for what I thought was the most excellent start, considering we had to have this many cars. It looked like you were 9 wide from this vision. Fueling, you don't jump in front of a race car before it gets to the pit. Wait till it stops. I can't tell you how many people I saw jumping in front of things. All right, today we're going to go racing safe, just like we did yesterday. When the race is over, we're immediately going to come here for the award ceremony. Thank you for a great day. Make today even better.
These teams are really amped up. It's their second chance to redeem themselves.
Racing in the A class, featuring the fastest Lucky Dog cars on the track. The Blue Cheetahs started the weekend with high hopes for the overall win with their sleek and swift Mustang. However, a persistent gas tank problem in their fast Ford forced them to make several extra pit stops, leaving them in the deep 11th place overall, 6th place in the A-class hole to dig out of.
You know, we're only able to run the top half, top 2/3 of the tank because the car's running so well, we're having pickup issues.
So we had to add a lot of extra fuel pit stops the entire weekend, which, you know, obviously that takes up time. We lost a few positions that we didn't need to lose.
Jimmy Schalberg will be in the driver's seat of the blue and white Mustang when the green flag drops.
I'm in good spirits. I shook it off last night, and I'm ready to go forward today.
Barebones Racing currently resides in 10th place overall, 4th place in the slower B class after a flawless first day of racing. Chris Foreman will start the race in their well-worn black Mazda Miata half pint.
Definite butterflies, yeah. I think that pre-race jitters definitely gets into you. So, you know, always a bit nervous, but I think it's a healthy kind of nervous.
Chris's job as the first driver today is to set the tone for the entire team. He's going to go out and lay some baseline laps. He's going to be able to radio back to us and tell us how the tires are behaving, how the suspension is working. So he has a lot of responsibilities to really feed back to the rest of the team as that first driver this morning.
Another adventure at Lucky Dog today.
The need to make extra pit stops for fuel will dictate today's strategy for the Blue Cheetahs. Run flat out.
All day long. And we're also going to turn the heat up a little bit and see if we can run a little faster, more consistent lap. Try to dip into the 1.5s and see if that makes up some difference overall. That should get us 2 additional, maybe 3 additional laps over yesterday to today. So that's the overall strategy for us.
For the Barebones team, their success will be measured 1 turn at a time by racing at a steady pace while methodically moving up the leaderboard.
You know, we don't really gun for anybody out there. We're just trying to run our race. And if we can keep it clean, we can be efficient both on track and in the pit changes, it'll sort itself out.
The Ridge Motorsports Park, 16-turn, 2.47-mile-long sculpture of earth and pavement, is quickly becoming the place to race for the fast crowd.
Love racing the Ridge. It's a nice wide course. It's a driver's course. A lot of speed, a lot of room to work. It's a fun track. It plays well for this car, and we enjoy running it.
The track is a favorite of drivers up and down the West Coast and a yearly stop for the Lucky Dog Racing League.
Well, the Ridge is just such an incredible facility. Lots of elevation change, beautiful wide track, so there's lots of room, especially in the Miata. You can just abuse the circuit in the sense of wherever the other cars are, you can just be somewhere else. You've got all the grip in the world. It's just a roller coaster. So much fun, really challenging. Keeps you on your toes for sure.
Chris Foreman has started the day in the driver's seat of Bare Bones Racing's Miata Half Pint.
Cars spinning out in front of me, cars hitting each other. Stayed out of trouble, made some good passes. Yeah, it was a blast.
Jimmy Schauberg, piloting the Blue Cheetah Swift Mustang, wastes no time slicing and dicing up through the heavy traffic of the 72-car field, quickly moving up the leaderboard.
We started strong, we seem to be running strong, and hopefully we can keep that going.
But for all the time the team is making up on the track, they will soon lose it due to the Mustang's ongoing fuel tank problem of only getting gas from the top 2/3 of the tank, forcing them to make 3 extra pit stops for gas.
We're trying to pit about once every hour and 15. We're using the fuel a little more conservatively and trying to keep the car out even though we know it's getting to a point of stuttering. Just to keep it out there as long as you can to keep the minimal amount of pit stops.
In spite of their blistering on-track performance, the Blue Cheetahs fall further behind the leaders as they are now 13th place overall, 8th place in the A class.
So every time we're in the pits, so does 4 laps.
Two hours into the race, the Bare Bones Racing Miata Half Pint continues to perform like a Swiss watch as it advances through the field.
Bare Bones team is awesome. They're super competitive, which I like. You know, these guys are out here to have fun, but they're also out here to try and go for the podium. Some teams have a little bit more relaxed attitude, which is great. I'm glad they can enjoy the sport, but we're definitely in it to win it.
The little black Miata is in 10th place overall, 3rd in the B class, when Brent Reno takes over the reins from Chris Foreman. Brent's assignment for the next 2 hours is to keep the Mazda within striking distance of the class-leading Lexus SC400.
We want to finish first in class. We want to finish top 5 overall, and no breakdowns. We want to keep the car running. Shiny side up, they say.
To avoid race-ending trouble, Brent needs to keep it clean on the track while sharing it with virtually every kind of driver, from seasoned pro to first-time novice.
So race traffic can be extremely fun on one hand because there's a lot of action as a driver. You're either passing or being passed. On the other side, it can be quite dangerous. In an endurance race that's 14 hours long, you've got to be able to finish in order to finish first. I've told all the team members that if you're going into a braking zone with another car, lift off and let that other car have it. Our goal is to keep it clean. We don't need to mix it up. We want to be there at the end to be there to finish. We don't want to be in the paddock broken down because we got hit or had contact with another car.
Throughout the Lucky Dog Racing League podium at the Ridge, the 72 racing teams and over 200 drivers are constantly reminded that the track plays no favorites. The Road Hazards Mazda Miata team will learn this lesson the hard way.
Right now we're just taking the front of the car, straightening it up. We're going to see if the radiator is still workable. We've got a damaged temperature sensor. We've got a ripped intake. We're going to put it back on the road. We've got to make sure it's going to track right. So right now it's just to figure out exactly how extensive the damage is. And I'd say there's a 50% chance we go back on track today.
The Road Hazards traveled 750 miles north from the wine country of Sonoma, California to make the race.
Our goal is always to try to finish no matter what, even if it's on the last lap.
Bent metal and broken dreams will not ruin the day for the winemakers.
If we can survive the fires in Sonoma County, we can fix a Miata.
Next on Chasin Racin.
Last 2 hours, has to make it or break it. There's been even more breakdowns. There's been more people off. People starting to get fatigued. It's the second day. And we just got to make sure that we stay hydrated and stay focused and stay on course.
David's got to run some fast and some consistent laps and maintain the pace that we've had.
An hour is like the right spot for us as drivers. If you were to go 2 hours, and that's when it really drains you as a driver. I mean, you come out and you got to sit down for 15, 20 minutes and rehydrate.
Are you on track? Are you okay?
Next on Chasin Racin.